Okay, so I'm going to be doing things a little bit out of order since yesterday my beads came, and last night I actually started working on the collar instead of doing a video, which I should have done, but I didn't because, like I said, my beads came and I was all excited. Basically, what I did for my collar is drafted my own little pattern. I used the existing bodice lines for the jacket and everything, since it has about 4 or 5 pieces to go into it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get it to show you. So basically, as you can see, there are 4 or 5 different pieces to go on the front and a couple more for the back. So basically what I did was I altered the existing front panel patterns to incorporate the design for the collar itself, and also altered the back design using muslin and everything like that. Is not exactly as hard as I was thinking it was going to be, because this is my first time drafting a pattern besides the shoulder puffs, which I also used for muslin and altered another existing pattern. Taking that, use interfacing, lined it, velvet on the other side. Then the biggest pain in the butt part was the beads for the trim of the collar. Slow, tedious, arduous work, which essentially was me sewing 3 stitches, change position, and reevaluate the beads, because you have to be very careful, since velvet doesn't like slippery stuff, and beads are slippery, and so is the trim. So yeah, I had to deal with that. And then basically, because I have, this will coincide with the reference pictures video that I'll do probably next. But since I could not find any high enough definition pictures of the collars other than seeing that they were sparkly and that there were some beadings, I couldn't tell the exact colors and I couldn't tell the exact shapes, which is both freeing but at the same time a bit annoying. Mainly the reason that, oh heck, I'll just do the reference video for this as this video. Reference pictures are really important just to show you the basic layout of the costume, the how the fabric lays, what the fabric is, especially if you get good enough details, because sometimes it's real obvious to see what the fabrics are, and sometimes not. They also can sometimes show you various seams, like if you can't figure out how a sleeve attaches to the body, or just little details like that. That is really important. If you can see a seam, or even or any other sort of details that normally the human eye, when initially viewing the costume, would miss, you can always go back and refer to that. So for Hatter, essentially, I had to go on the internet, search for all different angles or whatever, whether it be promotional pictures or actually screen grabbing from the videos themselves, or basic stuff like that. Starting out, I did not have that many photos, which, like I said, is annoying because I needed different angles, since I kept discovering things such as the back of the train or the peplum, or the little, essentially the little different details that would be important. It's sort of a bittersweet thing that when the show was closing, people just suddenly became interested in Wonderland, and they were doing interviews and doing photo ops, and the cast and crew were themselves taking pictures of the cast and crew. And so that's where I honestly got a lot of my reference pictures, were from the Playbill article that had Heather Parcells taking pictures. Natalie Hill, throughout her blog, she'd post pictures which wouldn't necessarily reference the Mad Hatter, but for other costumes that I would intend to do in the future. That was helpful. Also, Danny Styles for the multitude of pictures that he took for Morris, which is, again, going to be very helpful for whenever I, actually when I next tackle the Morris coat and everything, because obviously Susan Hilferty has mentioned in the past that she often makes her own fabric, which is great if you have a budget and can do that. I can't, but thankfully she didn't have, at least from what I can tell, she didn't have the fabric for Morris's coat printed up, so it's not a printed crazy zigzag. It is actually, appears to be a slate gray with just added trim on it. At least I hope I'm right. But again, even with all the multitudes of reference pictures and everything, I am helped, but also at the same time, I'm not helped. I was helped on the various black and white pictures that I think Broadway.com did for that Mad Hatter, since there's this one picture of Kate. She seems to be fussing with the line between the jacket and the bodice, and I'm taking that as to mean the jacket itself snaps onto the front of the bodice, which has actually been a debate I've had between a couple of fellow customers or not. One friend of mine actually made it so that the bodice front, the magenta, is a part of the jacket. That's how he's doing it. He found an easy way. I decided just to do a separate bodice piece and separate jacket, so I can take it off if I want to, or it just seems a bit less of a hassle and more freeing, you know, so I don't, if I get hot, I can easily take it off, and don't have to go running around topless. But with what reference pictures I can find of the bodice, I can't tell if the bodice itself is beaded with multitudes of seed beads and sequins, because, again, watching videos of Susan Hilferty's work and everything, she loves to bead. I find that absolutely fantastic. I just love the little minute details that she has, especially on the recent video that I watched about Madame Morrible's costume with Kathy Fitzgerald. The little details of the beadings around the collars, which no one will see. Susan Hilferty has a tendency to do that. She likes to put little minute details that no one will see. I'm using 9 different fabrics for the champagne bubble dress of Glinda when she first appears in Wicked. She also has, on the second Hatter costume, the gray one, the Jabberwock, she has, I'm not sure how many people realize it, but the opening lines to the Jabberwock poem are actually embroidered along the collar and down the length of the outfit, which is something really neat. And then she apparently went on and distressed it. So most people aren't going to be able to see those details, but so I've essentially had to incorporate my own ideas and everything to this outfit. Instead of seed beading everything, I'm actually using a magenta tulle, which is sparkly, and I'm putting that over the existing fabric, which I will talk about in another video. And over that, I'm actually going to be placing different colored beads, pinks, magentas, purples, and stuff like that, just to give a gradient feel. So for the collar, besides the trim that you see right here, I'm using purple bicones, crystal clear teardrops, blacks, cobalts, light purples, also even some natural stones. And that's all going to be incorporated. Yes, there are various reasons that I'm doing these different colors. I'm running out of time right now, since I want to try to keep these videos to 10 minutes or so. But I'll have another sort of in-depth character minute details, sorts of props and tendencies and just little ticks and stuff that essentially brings the character to life. But I hope this video has been informative and everything. I don't mean it to be rushed or anything, but I just finally said I need to do a video before I continue anymore. So yeah, hopefully this will help, and I will do another video shortly. Because I don't think I can bead this entire collar in one go, so I'll need to take breaks. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, so hopefully you're enjoying these. And like I said, guys, if you have questions or comments or want me to expand on stuff, please let me know. Otherwise, you're never going to find out about it. So until next time, bye.